Hey everyone, what's up? Today I'm going to be having a little discussion with you guys about music made by drag queens.
Hello, Gia Gunn. How's the hair? Stun. How's the mug? Stun.
Is it actual music? Is it just drag queens making music? All the tea. Just a disclaimer, my intention isn't to be harsh or critical to anyone in this video. I think whatever the individual puts out obviously holds some weight because it is their art, and the time and structure they put into it is what they feel is best to represent their aesthetic, whatever that may be. I am also just producing this video entirely based off of my own personal experiences with these tracks, not so much diving into whole discographies because that video would take days to make and I basically gave you guys an unclear deadline. What really sparked this topic was me essentially coming across the Violet Chachki and Ali X collab. I initially thought that this was Ali X's song and Violet was just featuring on it, but come to find out it was actually the other way around. Underneath the 80s style instrumentals of this song, Ali X was pretty much a stronger presence. I'm not quite sure that that was the intention that Violet was going for. It's obviously Violet's song, but it felt like on her end, she was more so presenting looks and quite literally just talking more so than giving a vocal. Not saying that just speaking over a song can't be sonically seen as a good thing when making a record, but it just seemed like there was more to possibly be added. Violet's voice on this track can also be compared closely to Naomi Smalls' voice on their song Pose. In Pose, there was no overshadowing of another artist present, just primarily instrumentals with some looks and lines of dialogue. Peering into Alaska's style of production, she gives a very pop starry, Lady Gaga inspired, slightly comedic drag persona. For example, in her single This Is My Hair, she seems to sort of divert herself from the comedic element of drag music and come back to it at the same time in her discography. Whereas Trixie Mattel emulates this Casey Musgraves style of country music in her work. Her version of the pop starry aesthetic lying in her somber country girl production with a Barbie drag persona attached to her. An honorable mention, Katya Zamolodchikova portrays majoritively historical themes in her music, outweighing her very feminine drag looks, particularly in her music video for her song Ding Dong. The visuals for this song also allows us to focus on her drag persona, which just so happens to be a part of her personality. Directing our attention towards Shea Coulee, in her music video for her song Cocky, she gives an obvious nod towards Azealia Banks. The instrumentals in this song are highly flamboyant and very eccentric, something Azealia consistently refurbishes in her music. Shea also constructing the black and white chasing time 2 and 2 aesthetic, along with the long hair and streetwear style clothing in her music video as well. Lastly, RuPaul, who has been making music for the past few decades, is obviously no stranger to the realm of drag music as well. With hits like Supermodel to her recent records like Call Me Mother, she has continuously dominated the drag world, while also maintaining the title of being an A-list celebrity at the same time. I mention her because she is still obviously the biggest public figure in drag culture, sometimes including her music in lip syncs or in challenges on her show. What's interesting about RuPaul that separates her from the newer queens is that she has become the face of drag, always looking so effortlessly stunning on her panels on the main stage, even in her music videos as well, embodying what it means to be a glamorous drag queen in a time where drag and homosexuality wasn't looked at the way it was compared to today. So I guess to wrap up this video, I beg the question, is there an industry for all of this? Is there a market? An industry, yes. A market, maybe not so much. There is actually no industry for it because it already has its own industry. Queer people. Queer individuals consume and emulate everything we see, from drag queens to our peers. It is almost no surprise that we have given our attention towards people in our community who have gone above and beyond to take advantage of their feminine qualities, physically as well as personally. As it is, gay culture is already marketed to the max for only 1 month out of the year, not so much highlighting what we as an LGBTQ+ community struggle to come to terms with when it comes time to, which is our sexuality. Our sexuality is only highlighted when it becomes time to make a vodka brand or a clothing brand some extra income. Nevertheless, the more mainstream drag culture reaches heteronormative audiences, the more progress we make than we did yesterday as queer people. I think drag music is definitely something to look into if you're into theatrics and comedic song production, but I also feel like if you're looking for something purely artistic, it will always have that hysterical theme to it regardless. It is nearly impossible to have a drag career and not be seen as a jokester or a funny character even when not in the media. Shady jokes, quick witty comments, and gay men everywhere looking for an abnormally good time. that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like this content, please be sure to give it a like. It would help me out a lot. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. My Instagram is @SaintWaves. My Twitter is @PissFerrari. Yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Love you.
So I'll ask you one more time, Chad. Do you want to be the greatest drag queen in the world?
No.
Then you should turn and walk away.
Okay. Bye, RuPaul.